Hello, my fellow humans, and welcome back to Scatter Love Tarot, with your girl coming at you with another pick a card reading. Today's reading is going to be who is obsessing over you right now. This was a channeled message from Source, so I'm excited to see what comes out. It's always a weird one to get into, but we are here to have fun. Again, I apologize for my nails. I'm still waiting for my battle wounds to heal from moving before I get the nail polish. I mean, I guess I could remove all the others, but you know, I'm kind of one of those ones when I like to do it, I like to do it all at once. So anyways, hang with me. If you are a returning subscriber, watcher, thank you so much for being here. I'm so honored to have you as a part of this journey. It just truly means so much to me that you are here. And if you are new here, welcome. This is a reminder that we are all human here, having this human experience to come as you are in this here now here moment, to be your most authentic self. And with that, if you always remember that as you interact with the channel by liking, commenting, and subscribing, it does allow me an opportunity to direct with you, I can get there, guys, I promise, to directly connect with you and get you out more resonant readings. And if you're always interested in, if you are interested in supporting the channel further, you'll find all the links necessary below in the description box. You can email me for a private reading and I'll get you out further information. And you're more than welcome to follow me on over to my podcast at Scatter Love Radio, where it's a fun, chill hangout session with yours truly. And I do hope to see you all there. So I do have a new setup. If you haven't noticed on my last few videos, I know I said I wasn't sure I liked it, but I'm trying it a couple of different ways because I actually really like the way that it looks in the videos. So we're just going to see if I can make it work and we'll go. I'm in the process of trying to get the fold out, but sometimes when you get something brand new, it does take a while for the fold to come out. So we'll see how that goes. But I've got it anchored now in a position that hopefully will hold. But let's see what else. Oh, keep an eye out because as we get closer to November, there are going to be new things happening with the channel. So keep an eye out for that. And let's see. I think there was a couple other things, but I'm not sure. I guess they don't need to come out. I did have a list, but I couldn't tell you where I put it. I'm still recovering from moving. Okay, we're just going to put it that way. I'm still, because it's true. It's just hard when you move an RV. It's a really, really big adventure. Okay? All right, so is that everything for now? I guess let's go ahead and get into our prayer. And then we will go ahead and get set up for the reading. My beloved source, this prayer is for any and all who come onto this video. I ask that you help them remember that no matter who is in our energy, that we are truly protected, that we can always come to you for solace, for reconciliation, for understanding, for truth, for guidance, that we need not go far, we need not seek from another person to find what is right for us, as you reside within us and you are a part of our hearts always. That you are the gift that keeps on giving, and that we get to receive that if we open ourselves up to that. Just reminding us that even if we do have negativity in our energy, that we can always surrender that to you, that we can always gift that back to you. And that sounds like a strange thing, right? Why would we gift our negativity to you? It's because you in turn know how to transmute that into something that is positive for our journey. You know how to give that back to us in a way that is going to help us be more present in this here now here moment. So I ask that you give us this gift, and I ask that you allow us to surrender and help us to surrender, as we are sometimes very stubborn and we love to hold on to things. It's just the way that we were made. You know that. You know that surrendering is a difficult challenge, but that it is so worth the time and the effort and the practice we put towards it. So Source, I ask that you bless everyone with this on this video. As these words are spoken unto you and onto this video, so shall they be. Amen. Aho. Ase. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right, let me set this up in the little hanger over here. And today we are going to choose cards from the Rebel Oracle that I have. It's the Sacred Rebels Oracle by Alana Fairchild. I absolutely love these cards. They're so beautiful. Let me give them a good shuffle here. All right. More time. So, for pile number 1, source, what oracle card will help us better understand who is obsessing over pile number 1? Okay, thank you. And for pile number 2, source, what oracle card is going to help us better understand who is obsessing over pile number 2? 1 card, please. Whoa, thank you. Okay. And for pile number 3, source, what oracle card is going to help us better understand who is obsessing over pile number 3? Oh, thank you. So easy. I love it when they're easy. Let me put that out of the way. Make sure I've got the book here. Get these all set up here. Okay. Make sure we're good in frame. Okay, so for pile number 1, I do have this little jar of Amazonite for you to choose from. Okay. And for pile number 2, I have this bottle of labradorite for you to choose from. And for pile number 3, I have this bottle of fluorite for you to choose from. Okay. So we have pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. Whichever one you are drawn to, that should be the pile for you. And with that being said, I will see you over on your perspective piles. Hello, my fellow human. If you were drawn to this Amazonite, or if you were drawn to this card during the shuffle, then this is going to be a reading on who is currently obsessing over you. I'm going to go ahead and put this off to the side for now. We'll put this up here. And check that out later. Keeping in mind that these are general readings, so please take what resonates, leave what does not. Knowing that as you interact with the channel by liking, commenting, and subscribing, it does allow me an opportunity to directly connect with your energy and get you out more resonant readings. Also, if you are interested in supporting the channel further, you'll find all the links down below in the description box where you can email me for a private reading and I will get you out further information. And you can also follow me on over to my podcast at Scatter Love Radio, which is a fun, chill hangout session with yours truly, and I do hope to see you there. Also, if you did not catch the intro, I do want to say I apologize for my nails right now as I'm recovering from a couple of battle wounds from when I moved. And I will fix them soon, but I am waiting for these to heal a little bit more before I pour acetone on them because these are gel nail polishes. So hang with me. My nails will get fixed soon. And yeah, there's just a couple of announcements that are in the intro, so I'm not going to go over them to take too much time out of your reading. So if you're interested in finding out what those announcements are, as well as the prayer for the reading, that will be all in the intro for you. So let's go ahead and get into your reading. So for pile number 1, source, can you tell us a little bit more about who is obsessing over pile number 1? What messages can you give to us? What can you let us know? Who is obsessing over pile number 1, source? All right, so we have 7th house, Leo energy, and Mercury. Okay, so somebody that you're in a relationship with or wants to be in a relationship with you. Okay, so let's see here. Yeah, that's good. All right, let me get these set up here. We'll get them where you can see them. Yeah, so this is someone who it feels like you are either in a relationship with or in a business partnership with. This is someone you could have broken up with. This is someone you could have had a romantic relationship with at one point. It could be an ex, like an ex-husband, an ex-wife, because we do have the seventh house here talks about interpersonal relationships, intimate relationships, romantic relationships, business partnerships. It also talks about marriage and divorce, something that's a contract, like, so you could have a contract with this person, you could be involved in a lawsuit with this person. We're not too clear, really. This is kind of weird because we're starting with a relationship house, right? So we'll get some more as we get the tarot cards, but what I'm feeling here is pretty open. Like, there's a lot of energies coming in here. It's like some are good, some are medium, and some are bad. Like, you know, they're kind of all over the place right now. You know, but it does feel like there's justice coming in regards to your connection here, whatever this is, right? But this is someone that, it could be even a rivalry. This could even be people, you know, Libra is the sign of open enemies, and that's ruled by the seventh house. And so it's like you could have just open enemies who are obsessing with you, which makes sense. I mean, that totally makes sense. So let's move on here with Leo. We have someone who could be wanting to be the... Okay, I see where this is going. I feel it now. Yeah, this is not someone who is really good. Okay, this is someone who wants to be the center of attention. All right, and okay, I've got you now. Like, I'm glad I kept going because it's like an energy that I couldn't really pinpoint. And that's why. It's because this person is used to being the center of attention. This person is used to having people basically fawn over them, and they're used to having all the attention in the room. And then when you walk in, it immediately averts to you, and they're like, wait, hold up. Why is pile one getting all the attention when I work so hard to be the center of attention? And they really have to work at it. They're very vain. They're selfish. This is someone who's very egotistical. They want popularity and fame, and they don't understand why you get it, why you can just command a room. It does feel like you're a natural leader and that you have an easy time communicating here. This is someone who can be an open enemy for you, right? We've got seventh house with rivals here. So this could be someone who is an open enemy. They're like, oh, I can't stand pile one. Pile one is a jerk. Pile one is this. Well, they can't stand you, but it's so funny because sometimes our biggest haters become our biggest super fans. And why do I say that? It's because they're the ones that always are keeping an eye on us. They're seeing everything that we're doing. They're the ones that, you know, you have the people who are obsessed with you because they love what you're offering. You have the people obsessing over you because they can't stand you, because they want to be in your shoes. Well, they're equal to one another with the exception of one has negative connotation to it and the other has positive connotation to it. What do I mean by that is that others are giving you accolades while this one person is sending you hate. Right? But at the end of the day, they're still watching you. They're still giving you views. They're still giving you their energy. So don't take it so personal that this person, but they may have said something to you with this Leo here. They may have been very open about how they can't stand you, whether that's to your face or whether that's to people who know you. But it's like the people who know you see you as someone who's very charming. And they see you as someone who is capable of leading others. And they see this person as someone who's kind of a poser and a tool. Do people say that stuff anymore? I don't know. Anyways, you get where I'm coming from, right? So, yeah, this is someone that you could have known from your childhood. Someone that you've known for a large part of your life. You know, with Mercury here, we're talking about childhood, school friends, students, youth. Right? This is like, it could be sibling, it could be family, but again, I do feel like this is someone that you've known for a while. So I feel like I was getting this up and down energy. That relationship could have been a relationship, might not be a relationship, because maybe at one point you all were friends and something happened along the way, and that's why we have the seventh house showing like it was like a break in a soul contract. There was a break in some sort of a contract here. And this is someone who is very like nervous about how they're perceived by others. So it could be a family member, it could be a friend of the family, it could be a friend that you used to have. All right, let's get some more on it with the tarot though. I'm gonna set this up. I'm trying different ways here, so Never let them know your next move, right? All right, let's get that set up over there. Let's get some tarot on it. So, Source, who is obsessing over pile number 1 right now? What can you tell us? 777 is a very powerful number for you. It feels like you've turned your bad luck into good luck. And this person doesn't understand. It's like you went from having nothing to having everything. And they're just like, wait, why? When it's like they feel like they worked really hard. I am getting the energy that this is someone you considered at one point to be family, that you really cared about a lot. A lot. But I feel like there was a falling out here. I feel like along the way there was just something that, like, they couldn't keep up with your balance, with your healing and how you were balancing your life. They couldn't keep up with that. They couldn't keep up with your hustle. And they felt like, oh, well, because you have all the bad luck, that they didn't have to worry about changing anything about themselves, which is kind of weird. It's almost like they relished in the fact that you had such a hard time in your youth. And now you've like outgrown that, and you've healed a lot from, you know, those upsets and those patterns. Like, you're no longer reliving patterns over and over again. And this person is like, this person really believed when they were younger that they were going to have fame, the fortune, the popularity, and that it was just going to fall into their lap. And this is who's obsessing over you. So let's just stop for a second before we get some cards out and think about that, right? And again, what I'm talking about today, I'm connecting with another person and how they see you through their rose-colored glasses and their perspective. So again, don't take anything that they think about you or what comes through about you as to be the truth of your character, okay? I just want to say that up front here. But this person expects life to give it to them. Like, they really believe that they're owed, okay? And they've done nothing to be owed anything. You know, if you're lazy and you sit on the couch all day, nothing is going to happen to you. You know, it always makes me think of those old Everest commercials. Get up off the couch. Do something. You know, and that's what they're not doing. Yeah, this is someone who's not afraid to argue. They are not afraid to argue. Woo. Let's get some. And they've left you feeling emotionally drained. Like, it's almost like they know that you're a positive person and that you have a good nature and a good heart about you. And because of that, they've left you feeling completely drained and emotionally scarred. And they didn't care. Like, they didn't care how they treated you. They didn't care what came through. Yeah, like that. Okay, I am getting a really specific message here. This was a childhood friend that cheated with, like, your ex. So it's like someone who you were close to, someone you may have partied with a lot. This is someone that you considered to be a brother or a sister, you know, like, and they ended up like crossing that boundary with you, and you still may have forgiven them for that. You may have been like, you know what, maybe it was my ex's fault. Maybe they led you on or whatever. I'll forgive you. And you guys started hanging out again. And you only come to realize that this person really didn't have any good intentions for you later on, only after your heart kept getting broken. That's what it feels like here. Like, this person, this is so crazy. Look at this. We have the Queen of Wands in the reverse. This person has a true issue with the fact that you're able to command a crowd. Like, they are resentful about it. They are someone who thinks that they're God's gift to humanity. Like, they think they're sexy, they think they're hot, they think that they're everybody's cup of tea. They can't understand why someone would choose you over them. And the thing is I don't think they realize how much of a natural beauty that you are, like, or a natural handsome guy that you are, you know, whatever you are. What I'm saying here is, like, they just don't appreciate your inner beauty, which actually accentuates your outer beauty. Like, you're beautiful inside and out. And this person has always thought that they were the belle of the ball, if you will. And even if it's a guy, like, they just really thought that they were God's gift to women, to men, whatever it is. And they look at you and they're like, pile one, they don't compare to me at all. Like, this is how vain this person is. They really believe. It's like Ursula in The Little Mermaid. This is Ursula comparing herself to the Little Mermaid, right? To Ariel. And it's like, that's the difference here. It's like they're like Ursula character here, and they're trying to compare themselves to you, which is Ariel, or whatever the male version of Ariel would be. Why don't we do that? That would be creative. But that's the thing here. Like, it's like they don't see you as that. They just see you as an obstacle in their journey, basically. Yeah, and they don't... Ooh, we got the devil underneath here. Yeah, of course they're obsessing with you. For the devil to come out down here, they don't want to face reality. This person has now seen a reversal of fortune in their life. Like, if they're the one that got married, or if they're the ones that had the family, or if they're the ones that had the good looks, or if they're the ones that had, like, the fortune and the fame at one point, whatever it is. And that doesn't have to be, like, millions of dollars. They could have just had it so they could have bought their car, and they have a nice house, and they have all these things. Things are starting to fall apart in their life. And so now it's just making it so that they're even being more aggressive towards you, and they're like wanting to know how you're succeeding. I keep hearing sneak attack. Yeah. Ooh, I keep hearing sneak attack. Like, this person was a sneak attack. Like, they made you feel bad about things in a very sneaky way. And they always somehow got you to believe that it was your fault, or to take the loss. Like, it's like, oh, it's okay. Pile one will always take the loss for me because I'm just that good. Oh, this person. Ugh, I do not like this. Yep, there we go. Here's the thing. Like, look, you realized you had to save yourself from this person. We'll look at this card in a second. You realized you had to save yourself from them. It's like all of your bells and whistles were going off, like, this is not a good person. Ah! And you know, it's like almost like your emotional ego is like, but we've known them for forever. Like, you know, they're just having a time, or that's just who they are. And then finally you were like, no, forget that. If that's who they are, then I don't want them to be a part of my life. Or maybe you're still in that trying to figure it out. And that's okay. You know, it's not anything to beat yourself up for, because that's exactly what this person tries to do, is to get you to beat yourself up so that they can take over precedence in your life. It's like you go to them with stories, you tell them the things, you've told them things in the past. And they know that you're a very intuitive, smart, intelligent person. And I feel like they try to make up for their lack of those things by... Honestly, this person is just trying to rely on their good looks. Like, it could be so much so that they never had to wear... Like, if this was a woman, okay, here's an example. And for men, too, okay? Like, when they were young, they didn't have to do anything to really look good. Like, they could literally roll out of bed and rock the messy bedhead look and basically throw on a t-shirt and just head out, and they were still, like, everybody wanted to get to know them. They were popular like that. Or, like, you have the cheerleader, the classic football player, right? The athlete. And then as time wore on, maybe suddenly the athlete started getting a pot belly and balding and like having some weird things going on with their body, and the cheerleader started growing, you know, hair all over and graying at an early age and having pockmarks on their face, because when they never dealt with acne as a child, now they're dealing with acne all the time because they're so angry all the time, you know? Like, that's the thing. That's the type of energy that this is. It's almost like the ugly witch syndrome, you know? Like, they're trying to find someone to suck the beauty out of, and that's what I feel like you are. This is a weird reading. If you feel like this is resonating with you, leave a witch or a warlock, wizard, whatever you call it, in the comments section and say, I'm the beauty, or I'm the prince. Right? Like, just say that so you know, like, if this is resonating with you. Let's see what this is. Yeah. Ooh, this person does not want to change, and they do not want you to change. Like, they're in this place of, like, they really believe, okay? They really believe that you will never see them for who they are. They really believe that because no one has. But you're getting wise. You have gotten wise wherever you're at on your journey, because it's going to be different for everyone, pile one. But it's like wherever you're at on your journey, like, you're getting wise. You're no longer putting up with that, right? Like, you're like, no, that's not something that I really want to put up with. That's not something that I want to deal with. Sorry, I'm trying to adjust this here. Just a tad bit. Okay. Let's get some clarifiers here. Whoa, okay. So we've got the Wheel of Fortune. So we have 10-10. You found your path of purpose. Okay, you found your path of purpose here. But see, this person... Like, this is such a weird image. Hold on. I gotta stop. I gotta stop so we can talk about this. This is it. You're getting that fortune, the good luck, right? When we have the Wheel of Fortune coming out, we're talking about really good luck. Fortuna is turning the wheel for you, and she sees that you've worked hard and you're earning it and you're deserving it. But you see how this butterfly is like pinned to this wheel, one right through the solar plexus. It's like very symbolic here, because like before you were never able to take action on your own journey because this person was always in your space, because this person was always taking up your energy. And they liked it when you were in this sadness. They liked it when you were in this distraught energy. They liked it when they could control how you felt, because it meant that they were in control, but they really weren't. It was just an illusion, right? It's just an illusion. And for you, when you felt like they were in control of how you felt, that was an illusion for you too, but you've like woken up from that. You're like, no, that's not an illusion. Like, you don't control me. I control myself. And that was something that scared them really, really badly, right? Like, you have this Knight of Swords coming in to the rescue. Yeah, the 5 of Coins. You learned how it was to be by yourself. We have 10, 10, and we have 5 and 5 coming out, which is 10 again. So we have 10, 10, 10 all together. You may see ones a lot, like 11, 11, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Like, you may see repeat ones a lot. And 1 is all about having faith. It's like, I feel like this has been a very long, arduous journey for you, and so it's like, are things ever going to change for me? Are they ever going to get better for you? With the 5 of Coins coming out here, it's like you've took the time to learn about yourself, to listen to your guides, to listen to your ancestors, to listen to Source, to God, to Jesus, to the Holy Spirit, whatever it is that you call it, the gods, the goddesses, it doesn't matter. It's whatever higher power you believe in. It's like you took time to listen to that. You took time to listen to your higher self and get that guidance to move forward. And through moving forward, it's been a lonely journey. But what you're realizing is that you've been the light in the dark all along. Like, this person, they shined a spotlight on you, and it made you feel like you were just a shadow in their light. Like, I feel like at one point you really wanted to be as cool as this person, or you might have compared yourself to this person, not intentionally. It might just have happened because of that old belief system, thinking that you weren't good enough to be your own light. And what ended up happening is when you got away from this person, you realized that you were the light all along, right? You were the light in their darkness. You were the light in your own darkness. And it was like their darkness was somehow captivating you, almost like a project child, right? Like, when I say that, it's like sometimes people pleasers or people who are very high vibrational individuals, they see people as like a project to fix, and it's an old thought pattern that it doesn't serve us, right? And so you'll be like, oh, I can help them because I know what's good for them and I see their potential. And that could have been why you stuck around in this person's life for so long. So let's see what we got here. Yeah, we have the King of Wands. Oh, child. They cannot stand up to you. Look at this. You're nurturing your inner child here. You've become confident and strong, and you are so attractive. And they're not. They're not anymore. They can't rely on their looks. And I feel like you've never relied on your looks. I don't feel like that was always like, oh, I'm pile 1 and I'm the sexiest beast there is. Like, I don't feel like that's ever how you've been. In fact, I feel like for a long time you didn't think you were very attractive, even though other people did. And this person has always known that you were attractive. But isn't that interesting? You're the king, and they're the queen in reverse, right? They're never going to change unless they choose to change. I can't say they'll never change, because people do change. But unless they make a conscious decision to say, I'm done with this lower vibrational energy, right? Yeah, and they're at a loss for words here. They're at a loss. They're like, they feel like you left them alone. Like this little mermaid, she's crying in here. She's sad. She's like, and the 4 of Cups in the Tarot Marseille talks about being emotionally stable. Like, it's being able to build emotional stability, which you have done. And you did it in spite of all the ways that they treated you. Like, you didn't let them break your heart anymore. You stopped being a part of that circle. You stopped being a part of that. And it's like, they're over here trying to figure out how they can keep being lazy, which would go back to what I was seeing at the beginning. Like, let me just kick back and let pile 1 do all the work for me so that I can be popular. They're trying to figure it out. And the devil again. And it's not working. It's not working. So now the only thing that they can do is obsess over you, obsess and watch you get famous, watch you become successful. They can only watch you have the life that you desired. So, like, I feel like this person is married for some reason, and they're married to a very toxic partner, or equally so, they're the toxic partner in their relationship, and their partner's realizing that and is about ready to leave. It's like there's a lot of this energy coming through where it's like things are about to fall apart for them. Like everything that they had that was good. Like it feels like their house is going into foreclosure and they're going to have to move into an apartment, or they're going to have to move back in with family or something like that. That's what it feels like. It's like, it feels like everything that they've had, like their car got repoed. Okay, we'll just leave that there. Look, and here you are creating, transforming, and I cannot make this up. We have beauty underneath that. Swan and beauty. Like you're realizing how beautiful you are. And the thing is, and how handsome you are, right? How good looking you are, how sexy you are, how seductive you are. And you're realizing the more you create, the more you shine from within, the happier you are, the more balanced you are. And the more people are just completely mesmerized by you. And they are. The improviser. I effortlessly adapt to deal with unexpected circumstances. Look at this. Transformation again. Singing your life into existence. When these two cards that these three cards that I just showed you. Look at this. He's blowing on this flute. And this is the Aborigine who's singing on the didgeridoo. And he's singing all of life into existence. And it feels like that. Like you see it. And isn't it weird? He's got this like heart on his belt with the knife. It's almost like the huntsman from Snow White, right? It's like realizing that while they wanted your heart, they got faked out, right? They got faked out somewhere along the way. And I feel like you had help from somebody, whether that was Source or... This is such a weird... Do you like Disney? I mean, I love Disney movies, but I bring them up every once in a while, but this is like Disney coming through like 101. Or you must like Disney movies. You must really like them when you were younger, right? So, but it feels like Source tripped them out, like, and gave them a fake heart, and they're like, "Oh, I have Pile 1's heart. Like, I'll always be able to control Pile 1. Like, they'll always be mine." And then suddenly you started glowing up because you chose yourself, and Source is like, "Exactly. That's what I wanted you to do all along." And now they're like, what the heck? I thought I had their heart. Like, I thought they were never going to leave me. I thought they were always going to be here. Whoa, okay. The South Node flipped out. Yeah, destined to release. Like, exactly. Source is like, nope, they're not meant to be a part of your journey. This is someone you got to leave behind. This person who's obsessing over you really thought they had you fooled. Ooh, they thought they had you fooled. We have Pisces on the bottom with intimacy, intuition, and compassion. And Cancer underneath that. Ooh, child. Look at this. And House 10, structure, discipline, life, mission. You're on your path of purpose. That's what I was saying. You're very intuitive, though, with Cancer and Pisces coming out together. Nurture, comfort, and protection. Cancer is ruled by the moon in astrology. Pisces is ruled by the moon in tarot. So you have these very intuitive signs coming together. Cancer is ruled by the Ajna chakra. Pisces is ruled by the crown and the Earth Star chakra. So from the feet to the crown, and Cancer is ruled by their third eye. Okay, so you have this very intuitive nature of you. You're a gift from Source, okay? And like that is something that is so powerful. So powerful. But this person, they don't understand all of that. Like, they don't understand the spiritual aspect to it because they're very grounded in the physical. Not grounded, I shouldn't say grounded, but they're very much obsessed with the physical realm. Like money, fame, fortune, looks, posterity is a word that's coming through right now. Okay, whatever. So, yeah, we have turned knowledge into wisdom, 67. Like, this is a thing. Like, you used what you learned, and you became wiser because of it. Let's get an angel oracle out here. Can I please have an angel oracle? Okay. Okay, thank you. And then we'll get a couple of the yin yang. On the bottom, we have schooling, studying, and education help your life's purpose and personal growth at this time. The angels will guide you and help you with this process with Maya. Okay, let's see what we have, and then we'll get some yin yang cards here. Synergy, green man. Yeah, you've become balanced with who you are. Like, you're no longer questioning who you are, what you're doing in your journey, or what's going on with who you are. Like, you released what was no longer yours. That's the South Node. This was comfortable for you to be in connections with people like this. So reliving childhood wounds, traumas, like, you know, they call it trauma bonding, when you're like, hey, I'm really attracted to your traumas. Let's form a connection. Boom! And then you're like, I don't like this. I don't like this. This is awful. I want something better. But it's so comfortable, it's hard for you to let go. You know, that's what trauma bonding really is like. Yeah, news 23. So you got either some inspiration, or you're going to get some inspiration about who this is or what to do next, right? We have 23, 5 again. So we have 5, 5, 5. It's 5 and 5 behind this and 5 here. Okay, it's very symbolic. 5 is that very uncomfortable place of change. Is this place of like, whoa, oh my gosh, felt like someone was squeezing my throat. Okay, so it's this place of like growth. There's some massive growth at the 5 part of our lives, like when we're in the 5 stage, and it comes often, right? And we get used to it after a long time, but it's like not wanting to change, and that's exactly what the South Node is needing to change. And so you're in this place of just like, it's like cresting the mountain so that it's a downhill slide from then on, right? Love who you are. You are divine, delightful, and deserving of the wonderful things life has to offer with number 8. Yeah, you're clearing out karmic cycles so you can attract your abundance. And this is a part of you clearing their energy out. Whoever's obsessing over you, like, you're on the other side of like letting them go. Square. Yeah, this makes so much sense. A challenging situation, a mountain to climb. Wasn't I just saying that? Like, you're about to crest the mountain. You're about to get over the mountain here. And it's just an interesting energy because it's like, that's almost what they don't want you to know. This person doesn't want you to know that they know you're about to let them go. And so they're doing everything in their power right now to keep you holding on. It's just not working. Turkey spirit. So Thanksgiving may be the time when you really, really let them go. But it says, give with gratitude and grace. You're coming into this very balanced, harmonious state. Like we have number 7 with 61, and numerology is 7. So again, that idea of 7, I got that at the very beginning when I was shuffling 777 coming through. 7 is showing here that you have changed what it is that you're doing, and you're bringing in your own luck. You're making your own luck, creating your life. We have Celeste. The happy move to a new home or place of employment is in the works. This movement will usher in positive new energy. So it could very well be where you're living at. This could be someone that is family to you. This could be, again, this idea that you've known this person for a long time. It's very uncomfortable. It's not fun. So let's get some yin yang cards out on it and see what comes through. Can we please have a little bit more in regards to who's obsessing over pile 1? Thank you. Who's obsessing over pile 1? Who's obsessing over pile 1, source? I didn't want to say much, but we'll take that one. On the bottom of the deck, epiphany, a breakthrough. Yeah, exactly. This is the energy that I was getting. It's like you either just had this breakthrough, this epiphany, this mind open, like the eye-opening situation that happened, or you're about to. Okay? And it's like you're going to understand, like, oh my gosh, like this is what this person's been doing all along to me. What is that all about? Yeah, and you're forming solid structures, solid foundations. Like, you're becoming completely unshakable. And that really irritates this person. This was a fated meeting. So in case you're wondering, like, why did this person come into my life? This was set up to help you release the karma that was tied to the South Node, right? And South Node energy is something that we've carried with us for multiple lifetimes. If you believe in many lifetimes, and if you don't, that's okay. It's something that you've carried with you since a childhood. It's something that was a childhood trauma. It was something that your generational curses, something along those lines. And so this was you having a fated detour. Excuse me. Excuse me. And divine intervention. And that was also what I was saying. It's almost like source came in and said, hold on, I need you to see what's going on, and I need you to understand who this person is, and let's get them on out too. So again, what I was saying, it feels like Source played a hand in here to help you let this person go. But this was fate, okay? The whole thing was fate. So that you could come into this transcendence, to unity with Source. I feel like if you didn't catch the prayer at the very beginning, there's something about it that feels like it may have been for you, pile one. It could be for the other piles too, but I really feel like the prayer, if you didn't and you feel like you would like to, definitely go and check that out. Let's go ahead and check out your Sacred Rebels Oracle here. Pandora's Gift with number 45. Look at this image. It's just insane. It looks like you're about to receive light language here. You're going to get light codes. There's like an opening of your heart chakra here. It's like the mask. You're taking the mask off of who you thought you needed to be. And now you're letting yourself shine. And that's what's irritating this person beyond all things here, because they don't get it. It's like for so long they've been able to control you. For so long they've been able to make you feel a certain way. And they can't anymore. They can't even touch you. Da-na-na-na, da-na. Can't touch this. Okay, so it says Pandora's Gift. There is a mythical woman much maligned throughout history whose name means all gifted. Didn't I say you were a gift from Source? Oh, I love that. Pandora lives within us as our curious nature, yearning to conquer chaos, evil, and darkness with the light of knowledge. Didn't I say that? Like you thought this person was the light? And it turns out that you were the light all along. I love these confirmations. She is the hopeful voice of our soul that asks the questions, and in doing so, triggers the process that brings the answers. Sometimes it is through uncomfortable learning that we find our treasure. Pandora reminds us that the process of learning can take us to places that seem like the end of our world, and yet all is not lost. Even now, the light within you is stirring for new revelation, new life, new adventure. Pandora is all gifted and all giving. Her presence invites you to forego your belief in judgment. Now is the time to surrender the misplaced guilt that you may have brought upon yourself or another, some terrible happening. It is time to let go of the shame-based belief in punishment. This is a belief that you deserve to be brought to task over any perceived imperfection, or that your natural human journey somehow renders you inadequate. Pandora frees the soul from such torment. This is her gift. The human journey necessarily involves learning through experience. There is no shame in your learning process through experience. There's no shame in your learning process. Pandora's presence is a sign of a new time, a time to swap the notion of inherent shame for the acceptable inherent divinity. The acceptance of inherent divinity. I promise you I can read. I feel like that's what happened with this person. Like sometimes it's like you're seeing what's going on, but you're still stumbling over yourself, wondering like why. And it's just because you're really activating yourself right now. Okay? From this moment on, how unstoppable you shall become. Sacred rebellion is happening within your soul as a powerful uprising towards liberation. You're breaking free from the weighty criticisms of the world, from the power games that bore you senseless, and from the insanity of sacrilegious priorities in the world. Dare to disobey anything and everything that is not divine. Pandora is the leader of your soul revolution. She defies the vicious judgments of history and all that has been said about her. She shrugs off misery, despair, and the weight of the world to recognize that she is the bearer of the true and beautiful light of peace, comfort, hope, and reassurance. With this oracle comes the realization that you too are divinely defiant believer in hope, who shall cast off the works of anyone who seeks to torment you. How beautiful is this confirmation? I mean, seriously, like, let's be real. So insane. I love this. I love this for you. You are about to let this go. You're no longer going to be worrying about this person or anybody like this for that matter, because you're learning the lesson. You're releasing what you're destined to release here. Okay? So this is what I have for you. If you feel like this is your reading, leave the little drama masks down below and say, I transcend my reality to my gifts. So you let Source know that you're bringing in this higher vibrational energy. But I am going to go ahead and leave it there. Leave me a thumbs up. I'm going to get on out of here, but I do want to take a quick second to thank your guides, your spirit messengers, your angel source, and my spirit guides for coming together to give us this beautiful message. And until next time, pile number 1, stay human. Bye. Hello, my fellow human. If you were drawn to this labradorite, or if you were drawn to this oracle card here during the shuffle, then this is going to be a reading on who is obsessing over you. We'll take a look at that at the end of the reading. First and foremost, these are general readings, so please take what resonates, leave what does not, knowing that as you interact with the channel by liking, commenting, and subscribing, it does allow me an opportunity to directly connect with your energy and get you out more resonant readings. If you are interested in supporting the channel further, check out the description box below where you will find all the links necessary to do so. You can follow me on over to my podcast at Scatter Love Radio, which is a fun, chill hangout session with yours truly. I do hope to see you there. You can also email me for a private reading where I will get you out further information. And yeah. Okay, I apologize again for my nails. I'm still healing from these battle wounds that I have. I'm not really about to pour acetone on this open wound because this is gel nail polish. And I'm kind of one of those people that likes to do it all in one go, and that's why my nails are a complete mess right now. So hang with me. It in no way, shape, or form disrupts your reading, okay? And I do want to just let you know that we are connecting with the way that other people see you through their rose-colored glasses and their perspective of you. And in whatever comes out is in no way, shape, or form the truth of your character. So keep that in mind as we move forward. With that being said, let's go ahead and move into it and find out, Source, who is obsessing over pile number 2? What messages can you give to us? How can you help us understand better? Who is obsessing over pile number 2? What would you like to say, Source? Who is obsessing over pile number 2? Okay, so we have the 3rd house. Oh, let me pull these away a little bit. We've got Libra energy and Pluto. Oh, so definitely someone wants to keep this a secret, but you know what? I'm going to do my best to bust this wide open, okay? We're going to get into it. We're going to see what comes out. Source, I ask you to bust this wide open for us. Let us know. No secrets here, okay? So, why? Because we're nosy like that, and that's okay. These are just supposed to be fun. That's what they really are. So, okay, 3rd house. Y'all know that I associate the 3rd house with the twin flame energy, but this could be someone that you've known for your whole life. If you're here from pile 1, welcome. I just have to say that real quick. This does feel like a much different energy than pile 1, though, I'm going to say. It's interesting, though, because we had the 7th house here, and Libra energy, and so that's interesting. This is interesting energy, but anyways, this is someone who you consider a sibling or a peer. They're short distance from you. This could have been from your school, someone that you had like communications with, someone that you met over social media. This could even be a neighbor coming in. We'll get a little bit deeper into it, but I do feel like this is someone that you know, but maybe it's more of an acquaintance than they are, you know, like deep friends with you, or it's a twin flame where maybe you haven't gotten to know that much about them. All right. This person can sometimes be indecisive. Okay, very indecisive. With this Pluto energy here, it does feel like they are trying to be super secretive here. They don't want anybody to know that they be obsessing over you, right? But we do have the planet of obsessions coming through here. It's with Scorpio energy, very obsessive energy, right? Very deep emotions, some fears going on. There's a lot of triggering when it comes to you and trying to not fall into complete destruction is what it feels like. So it's like they're obsessing over you. They can't figure out why they're obsessing over you. They don't like the fact that they're obsessing over you. And this person is super indecisive. Like they just cannot figure out yay or nay. Do I move forward? Do I stay? And it's like, what do I do? That's what I keep hearing. What do I do? How do I figure this out? You know, is pile 2 good for me? Are they bad for me? Okay. this could be someone who can be passive aggressive, but they're not trying to be when it comes to you, because they do feel like you're a very beautiful person. You're a beautiful soul. So they do try to be easygoing and peaceful most of the time. But I think the thing is that the biggest thing here is that they're very indecisive. You know, with Libra, we can have superficiality and open enemies, but I'm not getting that here. I feel like this person is very just indecisive, and that's why they tend to be passive aggressive, because it's like their indecisiveness is taking over and they just don't know how to deal with it. And so people tend to get caught in the chaos of that, of their indecisiveness, and get hurt. And it's like they're seen as passive aggressive, but I do feel like it is unintentional. Like, I don't feel like they're meaning to do it, but we'll get some more with the cards here. I am doing things a little bit different today. You know, as you see, I did like the way that this looked on my videos when I edited it last time. So I'm trying a way to make it stay. And I am in the process of trying to get rid of the fold down the middle here. So it just takes a little bit of time. You know, when they fold these, they should fold them on the outside. So it's not right in the middle. But anyways. Alright, let's ask the cards. So, Source, who is obsessing over pile number 2? Who is obsessing over pile number 2? What can you tell us about this person? What would you let us know about this person? No secrets here, Source. Who is obsessing over pile number 2? Okay, thank you. Who is obsessing over pile number 2? Yeah, this is someone who has a hard time understanding what the red flags in their life or with other people are. Like, they get caught up in situations that do not serve them because of their indecisiveness. And so they do have a difficult time deciphering, is this person good for me or are they bad for me? And because of that, that's why they're not making any motion to come forward to you right now, but they're just obsessing over you. Source, who's obsessing over pile number 2? Thank you. Okay, who is obsessing over pile number 2, Source? Who is obsessing over pile number 2? Oh, thank you. Yeah, they're just very, okay. Yeah, this is like not wanting to rock the boat. I don't want to rock the boat. You know, I'd rather just stay silent than rock the boat. I really feel like you don't talk. Yeah, I feel like you don't talk to this person. They're impulsive. That's the problem. Oh, yeah, this is such a trip. Okay. Yeah, okay. This is someone who is dealing with their own childhood trauma. This is someone who's been neglected before by partners. And they have always jumped in head first into situations. Interesting. We have 3 and 3, which is 6 and 6. And let's just see what it is. Let's just see. I was saying I'm curious to know what that is. 7. Okay. So this is someone who's working to set emotional barriers, boundaries. Because before, they never had emotional boundaries, and so they're obsessing over you, and they're doing their best to set boundaries with the people who are already close to them in their life. Like, they're really trying. They are super trying. So I do feel like this is someone who could be, again, it could be a soulmate, it could be twin flame, it could be someone you know from school, someone you've known for a while, and you're wondering why they stopped talking to you. I don't feel like there's any communication here. Okay? I just don't. Like, yeah, look, we have the 3. Look, we have 3, 3, 3 all coming out together. Yeah. So when we have the 3 of coins in the reverse, this talks about like a breakup, right? Or a dissolution of a partnership, or letting go of a partnership or friendship, a connection of some sort. And it's like, that's what's happened here. And then we have the 2 of Wands in the reverse, and they're just, this is like being stagnant here, not being able to move forward. And so they're very stuck, and they're very much focused on how they're being seen by others. Like, so instead of moving forward with you, because maybe they've heard something about you from someone else and they're afraid that's going to reflect on them, and instead of coming to you, who's the source of the situation, they'd rather sit and obsess and wonder and think like, oh my gosh, like, is pile number 2, like, are they really like what Jeffrey said? Are they really like what how Jackson portrayed them? Or are they really like what Shannon was pointing out? Or, you know, whatever it is. Are they really like that? Or are they something else? And so it's like, right now they're just in this place of like, okay, look, Jeffrey, I'm sorry, I can't be talking about pile number 2 with you. Like, that's, you had a connection with them or whatever, and that's between the two of you, so I have to figure out what I'm doing. And it's like they're really trying to do that, but sometimes their curiosity gets the better of them, and so they can't help but fall in line with the gossip that might be going on around you or around about you. They don't want to rock the boat. They don't want to tell anybody that they like you or that they're thinking about you often. And right now they're in this place of, what do I do? Because I really, really like pile number 2. I really have feelings for pile number 2. But at the same time, I'm afraid that maybe they're going to walk out on me, or they're going to neglect me, or they're going to abuse me. And so that's why they haven't moved forward, especially with the Empress here in reverse. We're talking about someone who's super impulsive in their life all the time. Okay, that partly is derivative from being indecisive. So being indecisive has put them into positions where they didn't want to make a decision, and then they were forced into making a decision. And, you know, I always tell clients, it's like, because they'll be like, oh, well, they ghosted me and I didn't get closure. But being ghosted is closure, right? And not taking action is taking an action. And being indecisive is still an action too, right? That's still doing something, even if it's not doing anything. And that's sometimes really, really difficult for us to wrap our minds around, because it's like, but I need this closure. I need someone to say goodbye. And we have to remember that that need is actually our emotional ego coming through. And so I feel like that's exactly what this person is trying to avoid, is hurting anyone. Whether that's the people they're with or whether that's you, and even themselves. They're trying to protect everyone in this situation. But in turn, what they're not realizing is that by trying to protect everyone, they're actually hurting everyone in the process. And that's not something that they're actually capable of seeing right now. They're just not able to see that up front. They're like, no, if I do nothing, then no one gets hurt. And instead, they're in this process of hurting others along the way. Here it is. I was like trying to look for it. I wanted to see what fluorite is all about. I know what they're good for, but I'm just not sure. I'm sorry, you have labradorite. I don't know why I said fluorite. Yeah. Labradorite is all about transformation. It promotes psychic ability, strengthens will, stimulates imagination, and is calming. It's connected to the third eye, crown, throat, and with Leo, Scorpio, Sagittarius. So the fire signs and, well, Leo, Scorpio, Sagittarius. Never mind. Vibration number is 6 and 7. It's connected with Uranus, and the element is water. Okay, so yeah, it feels like, again, Scorpio energy with the Pluto coming through here. It's like they're just in this place of not being able to, I keep hearing that, make a decision, make a decision, make a decision, make a decision. And they're like, I can't. Like, it's almost as obsessive as that dog from Dr. Dolittle. It's like, throw the ball, throw the ball, throw the ball, throw the ball, throw the ball. And he's like trying to teach him that not to be so obsessed with the ball. And it's like, at the end, they're so tired of him saying it, they're just like, throw the damn ball. And he's like, oh, okay. And so that's what it feels like. This is this person. It's like, that's their mind. Okay, it's not even people putting them in that position. It's their mind. Their mind is like, make a decision, make a decision, make a decision, make a decision. And they're like, I can't. And so then what ends up happening is they get put in a situation where they have to choose A or B. And so they basically close their eyes and say, eeny, meeny, miny, mo. And then they can't figure out why their life is just kind of all chaotic, and why they've run into partnerships that have left them feeling less than, full of regret, full of sadness, full of tears, full of hurt, pain, sorrow, whatever. Let's get some clarifiers out on it. And so right now they're doing their best to set emotional boundaries, but they're not good at setting mental boundaries here. Yeah, they've been in some very abusive situations, okay? Look at this heart. It says hate me. I don't know if you can see that there, but this little heart on the lollipop heart, it says hate me. And it's like, that's what I feel like. They are very, very difficult with themselves. They're very, very hard on themselves, but they are very slow moving. And it's interesting that this flew out over on top of the Empress here, because you have Taurus energy flying out on top of Taurus and Libra energy. And with Taurus being highlighted here, we have this energy of they're just so slow. Like whenever they make a change, it takes them 5 times longer to make a change than it does anybody else. And that's scary for them to make a change, to have to be backed into a corner to make a change. That's scary, but that's how they've been their whole lives. Like they could be at the ice cream parlor and having to choose between chocolate and vanilla, seemingly two very simple decisions. But for this person, this is something that is almost catastrophic. God forbid you add a third option for them. That would just leave them completely in disarray. They couldn't handle it. That's how hard life is for them. They're just so full of it's anxiety, right? It's not having control over your mind. It's being ruled by your emotions and guided by your, not even guided, this is like being ruled by your emotional ego and not being able to have control over your mind in a situation. And that's with the Six of Swords here. We're seeing that. We're seeing the disruption that they're experiencing in their mind because they want to protect everyone from hard feelings. This is someone who is beyond people pleasing. Okay, they would be a people pleaser if they could make a decision, but because they can't make a decision, they're just stuck in this complete circle, this constant merry-go-round of like, I don't want to hurt people, I don't want to hurt people, I don't want to hurt people, I don't want to hurt people. Not realizing that even in that merry-go-round, they're still hurting people. They're hurting people they love, people they care about. They're hurting people who matter to them, and not realizing it, and without ever looking at it. And that's why they're trying to set up these emotional boundaries. And part of those emotional boundaries are why they're not reaching out to you, because it's like you kind of blur the line for their emotions and their mind. Yeah, the King of Swords showing a truth here. Showing that they want to have their cake and they want to eat it too, but they're just not seeing clearly. Like she's eating the eye of this cake, right? And it's just interesting. It's like they're just so scared. They're stuck in their mind. And it's like I feel like this person has learned how to be a very smooth talker. Like they'll tell everybody what they want to hear, not for the sake of manipulating them, but out of fear of hurting someone. So if you like came in and you're like, does this dress make me look fat? They're going to say, no, absolutely not. You look gorgeous. Regardless if it does or it doesn't, that's going to be their answer every time, because they want you to feel good, because they would want someone to do that to them. But I feel like the reason they're obsessing over you is because you may be one of the only people in their life that has not done that to them. You've been very honest with them and you've been very forthright with them. And it's made them wonder, like, what the heck am I doing? So it does feel like in some way, shape, or form, because they're so slow moving here, but you brought in this very speedy energy here with the King of Swords, that they're being forced into seeing that this is not a good pattern to be in. This is not healthy. So you are a catalyst for their healing in some way, shape, or form, even if it's something that you wanted to connect with them on a deeper level and you're wondering, why did this person break my heart? Understanding that that was never, not once their intention. This person is just so indecisive that through their anxiety and their fear, they don't realize how much they're affecting others. Yeah, and they feel very lonesome here. The Six of Wands is interesting because it's talking about wanting allies, right? It talks about wanting to be an ally to someone. It talks about wanting to be there with someone. But we have this energy coming through here where it's like, I'm everybody's friend, but no one's my friend because I can't let people get that close to me. And they see you from a distance as being a leader in your life. And they see, like I was saying, I feel like you've always made those sharp decisions. You've always had those moments where you're like, you can't live life like this. Like, you have to be honest. You have to be straightforward. And so you may have unintentionally hurt their feelings. And that's why, and they're like, well, I can't ever do that to pile 2, so I'm just going to go silent. Like, radio silent is what this feels like. They just cut out, they bounced out. And you're over here like, what the heck? Like, why would someone do that? And they're feeling very lonely here, and they're feeling very isolated is the energy that's coming through. Isn't it interesting? We got the Six of Wands on top of the Six of Swords. So I do feel like 666 is a number you might see a lot, or that this person sees a lot, and 333 is a number that's being seen a lot through this connection, whether that's you or them. And the thing is we have this energy and this idea of being creative and being able to listen to our guides and our angels, knowing that they are leading us down the right path, even if sometimes we're having to do things that we're uncomfortable with, but also at the same time finding balance and learning a solution through our journey because of the experiences that we've had. And they're having a very hard time learning through those experiences because they're not allowing the opportunity of the wholeness of that experience to come through. Because it's like when it's coming through, they're like, wait, hold on. If this goes this far, it's almost like they're trying to play out every possible scenario, and through playing out every possible scenario, they let the opportunity go right by. And by the end, it's like, oh, well, at least I didn't hurt them. Like, that's how they're seeing it, right? It's a very weird energy. Yeah, we have the moon here. This person is very secretive about everything. They're dealing with the mother wound right now. They don't know how to nurture themselves. They don't know how to nurture others. They're just, like, I feel like maybe they had an absentee mother or a mother who is very egotistical. And because of that, it put them in this place where they were trying to support, right? The Three of Cups in my deck, when it's in the reverse, talks about childhood neglect, but it talks about the child being the emotional support system for adults, for parents, for caretakers, for those who should have known better, right? And I feel like that's exactly what happened here. And so they were always walking on eggshells around their family, and they do this in life constantly. And so right now, what they're being faced with here, you see this reflection here in the water. It feels like you were reflecting back to them this energy by standing up. It's odd. It's almost like you did the complete opposite, or you did the same thing that maybe they dealt with their mother, but in a good intention, not in a malicious intention or in a unknowing intention. And because of that, it's like making them realize, like, whoa, hold on, what do I need to change here so that I can come forward here? Yeah, and then we have the King of Coins. And so instead of, and it's interesting, I did get that over here and I didn't say it, and I wish I had, but that's all right. We have the Seven of Coins on the bottom underneath all these cards. It's like they're pouring themselves into work in order to not feel or deal with their mind, right? And they're pouring themselves into work. And so this is someone who's very stable in the physical realm, but emotionally and mentally, they're just not there. They're just not there. They're really fighting it. And they obsess about you because they feel like you guys are kindred souls. They feel like you guys are, you know, like somehow, some way, shape, or form, they feel like you were destined to meet, but it scares them because they see themselves as someone who's completely different from you. They don't see themselves on the same level as you, but they also don't want to be the person that hurts you in any way, shape, or form. And that just scares them beyond belief. This person is driven by fear a lot. They're definitely in their emotional ego. And I feel like this person is afraid to enjoy aspects of life because of that. So this is someone who wouldn't surprise me if they were an introvert, if they were someone who figured out, if they figured out a way to work from home so that they didn't have to go out. This is someone who could be agoraphobic. This is someone who just is very disconnected from the world except for the people that they know. We did have lightning with power flying out. You know, you cannot have the good without the bad, right? And this is what they're having a hard time realizing, but they obsess over you and they feel like you're a gift, but they also feel like you're dangerous at the same time. And so it's like this energy here talks about, with power, talks about without lightning there cannot be thunder. That's the meaning of this card, right? And so we have this, without one the other ceases to exist, and they're realizing that. But you have the power here because you're in a state of empowerment, and they're in a state of feeling this danger, like, oh, no, like I can't, so I'm just going to be indecisive in the way that I show up for pile number 2. But they're being activated whether they like it or not. Like, this is something, like I was saying, you're sent to help them heal some aspect of their life. The Benefactor. I enjoy life now as I take steps to realize my new tomorrow. This is where you're at. Number 2, right? Duality. That's what lightning is representing, the duality of life. And it's like you're in this place of being in you have accepted both the light and dark aspect of yourself, but this person is just so scared about that. And we have Mott here, you know, carrying this basket of gems. It's like you found the key to life. She has her keys here hanging. And it's like you realize that it's like if I don't walk my own journey, like life is going to walk past me by, but they're having a hard time embracing that. They see it, but they still feel like it's so far away for them. Right? Didn't I say that 3 coming out here is talking about being the creator in your life? We have the creator on the bottom. I love playing the wonder-filled game of life creatively. What's the image here? There's the image. Yeah, you've learned how to live your life from this childlike energy. And they're very, very scared. Like, this is someone who's very, very scared to do so. They just don't know how. They're filled like with guilt. Look, relationship patterns. Like, cannot make this stuff up. Look, okay, I can't make this up. Hold on. This is card number 32. We have card number 32 with rhinoceros moderation on the bottom here, and then underneath the creator was also card number 32, lustful. I embrace my individuality and sexual sacred gifts. So you have, I was going to say 32 might be a powerful number for you, and I didn't. And then this card came out. That is such a trip. It's weird. Okay, that makes sense as to why I'm not saying things, because I keep saying that on your pile. I wish I had said that, like with the 7 of coins. And that's very symbolic to this person. I wish I would have said something. Woulda, coulda, shoulda. That's what it feels like. But we have relationship patterns, or it takes courage, it takes strength to recognize a need for change. They're having to learn how to face themselves and heal their inner child, but it's scary. This is so scary for them. This is something they've dealt with, right? And that's exactly what this 3 of Cups is referring to. Is like, that's why their relationships have all been failed relationships. They're really just lessons on the journey, right? But it's interesting because they don't see it that way. They just see it as they're the problem. They're never going to get where they need to go. Like, they keep asking the wrong people to come into their lives and so on and so forth. And the truth of the matter is that they need to learn the lessons. And right now they're learning a very valuable one from you by not being in your life. And the more they obsess over you, the more they follow you, I feel like you may post things online that like make them think things that they would have never thought before if you hadn't posted it. It's making them really like get a deeper understanding of life. And it's like where they might not like it, they're also very grateful for it. Yeah, we have Libra, consideration, fairness, and harmony. So we have Libra coming out twice. This person could be a Libra, have Libra highly aspect in their chart. You might have a midheaven in Libra, or your MC in Libra, which is your midheaven. But it's interesting because the thing is here is it's like they see you as someone who's considerate. They see you as someone who's very fair. But they do feel deeply hurt by you because you said something to them. And again, that was never your intention. I don't feel like you went into it with malicious thought. Like, oh my gosh, I'm going to hurt you because of blah, 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 whatever. I feel like you just mirrored a past pattern for them. That reflection, right? Relationship patterns. You were the reflection for them. I'm going to put that there. And that scared the daylights out of them. So we have number 30 again. So 3333 coming out so much. 3s and 6s are very powerful numbers for you. 32, just 5. We have take a leap of faith here on the bottom. This is something they're afraid to do. They're very afraid to take that leap of faith. I just can't do it. I can't do it. That's what I keep hearing. But there is chemistry between the two of you. I dropped the card. I'll put it out, but I'm going to get some yin yang cards. I just picked up the deck and this fell out, and then I dropped it on the floor, so it's wanting to be out. But there is chemistry and passion here. They do care about you a lot. Let's get an angel oracle. Thank you. They just are scared. Like, it's almost like I can't handle how scared they are. It's kind of crazy. It's like I just want to go lock myself in the room because I feel like I'm about to have a panic attack. That's how much fear this person has. We have Teresa on the bottom. Timeout. You've been so busy taking care of everyone else's needs, but now it's time to stop and take care of yourself. Exactly. Like, they don't know how to take care of themselves because they're so busy trying to live a life where they're not hurting anybody. So it says, Sonia here, I bring you a message from a deceased loved one. I am happy and at peace, and I love you very much. Please don't worry about me. So they may be going through it right now. They may have lost someone close to them or had to put down an animal or something like that. They may have lost a loved one, and that's why their anxiety is at an all-time high right now. Or you may have been experiencing that and wondering if this is someone from heaven coming through. That could be a confirmation for someone. And this is just an explanation as to why they weren't able to connect with you in life. So take it as it resonates. There's a couple things coming through. It's just strange. I feel like the whole reason that came out, though, was so that Teresa could be seen here, too. Yeah, so we have 42 with dolphin and happiness. They see you as someone who's very abundant, prosperous, who's happy all the time. And they want that. They do. They want that too. And so that's why they obsess over you too. It's like, how are they doing that? But they're too scared to ask. The moon again. We have satisfy emotional needs, nurture self and others. The moon coming out from the bottom of the deck too. So yeah, they're definitely dealing with the mother wound here. This is the mother wound coming in that they're trying to heal. So you could have been very nurturing to them and gave them like some sort of information in a very nurturing way. And that's what triggered them, but it also kind of blew their minds because no one's ever done that for them before. Yeah, we have house 9, spiritual growth. Exactly what I was saying. Like, you were brought here to help them grow. So maybe their mom passed away and they never got a chance to say how they really felt. And then this feeling or this pattern just kept getting cemented in their life because of self-fulfilling prophecy and because of failed relationships or anything along that line with the relationship patterns here. And then we have number 57, believe in yourself. This is what they struggle to do. They struggle to believe that they're capable of doing what they need to do in their lives, but they are still obsessing over you. I mean, if you want this person in your life, that's cool. Like, that's fine. But I'm just saying, like, this person's not at a place where they can meet you at your level. But I do feel like you have absolutely helped heal this person because they don't understand how you could have gone through so many hardships and still been at the level that you're at. So on the bottom, look, we have healing inner child. Yeah, that's it. Healing inner child. I'm going to put that out here. And their family, home, and commitment. That's another thing that they're healing here. We have decisions. What was I saying? They're super indecisive. Yeah, they're at a crossroads right now. They're at a crossroads. They can decide to come towards you or they can decide to keep going the way that they're going. But they are literally, like, look, they even have their raincoat here. They came for the long time, right? They're like, we're going to sit on this decision for a while. And right now, they're dealing with a lot of external, indicators and struggles and things that they have no control over. This person could also have an alcohol problem. This person could also have some sort of addiction. It's not something that's really strong here. They could actually be overcoming it. So that's something that is coming through here. But it does feel like this person also gets validation from external sources and they're okay with that. And you might not be that person, and instead you're helping them to heal their inner child and make them realize a part about themselves. So here we have every journey starts with a single step with number 12. Don't want to get docked for that, so I'm going to cover that up with my thumb. She's kind of top naked here. But I'm going to go ahead and read this card to you. I guess I'll just hold it like this. Excuse my thumb in the middle of the way here, but I forgot that some of these cards were actually, they actually showed some stuff. Okay. And look at this. Look at all this light coming from the crown chakra here. I just feel like whether this person was meant to be a lover on your journey or just an acquaintance, you brought in this suitcase full of change. Like, you just, and you didn't even come to stay. Like, it was just like, why do I hear this song right now? Living it up at the Hotel California. Such a lovely face, such a lovely face, such a lonely place. Right? I feel like that's it. This person is stuck in Hotel California, but you just came in with your light and you swept them out and they're like standing at the door. Do I go? This place is comfortable though. This place is so comfortable. So there might be some more messages for you in those lyrics, but that's what's coming through right now. But it's like you just came in and changed a whole lot of things for them. So this card talks about you are on a journey. Yes, it is an internal journey, but there's also a physical expression of this journey that is going to become increasingly important to fulfill your destiny in this lifetime. Your journey has started. Do you see the sun getting so bright all of a sudden? Whoa. Whoa, that was cool. This journey will draw upon what you have learned and mastered over your course of your life, so much so that you may feel as though your life experiences have prepared you for this particular adventure. You have all that you need within you. This is not a time to worry about what you are going to take with you. From within your heart, you will sense what needs to come along for the ride and what is best left behind you now. You may be surprised at exactly how much you can leave behind without feeling concerned or anxious. My head itches. My third eye is actually itching like crazy right now, like it's being opened. Woo! You'll be able to travel far lighter than you ever imagined possible. To be best equipped for this journey, you'll need a lightness of heart and a realization that change can be an incredible blessing, even if what you are leaving behind is something you found secure, safe, familiar, or comforting. Just as the butterfly leaves the chrysalis behind when it's time to spread newly formed wings, so too are you ready to leave behind what once was and embrace what is more appropriate for you at this time. There's an element to the journey you are embarking upon that is unknown. Perhaps it is news to you that you are even taking a journey. However, the realization that traveling along a familiar path brings no guarantees is more likely. This open, unscripted quality of your journey will help you gain the most from your experiences. You see this journey as a spiritual gift. It is an invitation from a great loving heart of the universe, calling you into something that you would not have otherwise found. You're not supposed to know all the details, nor how it is going to work out before you set out. You are just meant to take one step after the other, again and again, so that you can receive the gifts that are headed your way. If you are considering taking a physical trip somewhere, this oracle comes as confirmation that the journey will in some way be a life-changing one, and this is good. If the journey you are considering is more of an internal variety, such as exploring a new field of consciousness, beginning a new creative work, or traveling into the void of unknown possibilities in order to start your work, this is a confirmation that it is indeed a wise choice. Much new life will come of it. So the thing is that you're taking these small steps, changing, and that's what's so encouraging to them. That's something that's so encouraging to them, and they'll always remember the passion that you brought into their life. It will always be there. But I do feel like this is like a goodbye for right now. Like it feels like until next time. You know, goodbyes are painful, but this feels like an until next time, and that's why they're obsessing over you. This is someone that you could have very well walked away from, or you are walking away from right now, and because of that, you're forcing them into a place of internal healing. And they're just starting, and like 12 is number 3 again. So this is like something that was ordained by source. This is something that the angels have guided you on. Whether you wanted to come here or not, like it was always destined to be so. Okay, so this is what I have for you. If you feel like this is your reading, leave a little ice cream cone down below and say, I allow the journey to unfold as it is meant to let source know that you call in that higher vibrational love. Leave me a thumbs up, but I am going to go ahead and leave it here and get on out of here. I do want to take a quick second, though, to thank your guides, your spirit messengers, your angel source, and my spirit guides for coming together to give us this message. And until next time, pile number 2, stay human. Bye. Hello, my fellow human. If you were drawn to this little bottle of fluorite, or if you were drawn to this card during the shuffle, then this is going to be your pile on who is obsessing over you right now. Keeping in mind these are general readings, so please take what resonates and leave what does not, knowing that as you interact with the channel by liking, commenting, and subscribing, it does allow me an opportunity to directly connect with your energy and get you out more resonant readings. Also, if you are interested in supporting the channel further, you can do so with the links down below in the description box, where you'll find everything that you need. You can send me an email for a private reading where I will get you out further information. And you can also follow me on over to my podcast at Scatter Love Radio, which is a fun, chill hangout session with yours truly. And I do hope to see you there. With that being said, we'll go ahead and get into it, but keeping in mind that we are connecting with someone else's opinion, their perspective of you. So whatever it is that comes out, remember that, and remember that it is no way, shape, or form the truth about your character, okay? So let's get into it and find out who is obsessing over pile number 3 right now, Source. Can you tell us more information about who's currently obsessing over pile number 3? What do they need to know, Source? Who is currently obsessing over pile number 3? Oh, okay, that was flying. We have second house, Gemini, and Uranus energy. Okay, so let's get this set up here. So we do have the second house, Gemini, and Uranus. This is someone who's definitely gone through quite a bit of changes. 1 second. Yeah, this is someone who's very stable, has made a lot of change in their life. They may be someone who has just had a huge success in their life. Like they could have gone from 0 to hero, okay? But that's the thing. It's like they're in this place of they've just built up their self-esteem. They've got a lot of material desires. They're building on those possessions that they want. They have very firm daily routines. They take care of themselves. They have great work ethics. They have great values. They're very financially set. This is someone who's not afraid to communicate. This is someone who could be on social media. This is someone who is very curious about life. They have close friendships. This is someone who is connected to a lot of people, and they're very agile. This is someone who has just gotten a lot of popularity, right? Sudden progression. They have connected with people over technology. Oh, and I must apologize for my nails. I'm still recovering from my hurts, and so I'm not going to put acetone on here. I didn't say that earlier. I don't know why I'm saying that now. I feel like this person may be a little bit of a perfectionist, and that's why it's coming up now. Anyways, this is someone who is very original, and they're very innovative, and they like to reform themselves so that they become their highest self. They're kind of rebellious. They're a little bit unpredictable, and they can be seen as someone who's very eccentric. This could be someone who likes to invent things or is just super creative. Like, feels like a very creative mind is who's obsessing with you. But they've definitely taken a lot of time at healing themselves. I am so glad this is pile number 3, because so far this is the highest vibrational energy that's come through on today's readings. But they are obsessing over you. They could be seeing how well you're doing, and that is something that they're very interested in. We have 2 knights that just fell out of the deck, and the Queen of Swords. Yeah. This is someone who doesn't mind having competition. Like, they're willing to go to bat for you because they feel like they belong with you. And so right now they're just trying to put things together in a way that they can come towards you. This could have been someone that you broke up with at one point in time or had to end the connection with at some time, and they were already obsessing with you, and they were like, oh my gosh, like that person, I need them in my life. I need pile 3, and if they ended the connection because of where I'm at or how I'm acting, like, how can I become the best version of myself? And so it did start with trying to impress you, or it started with trying to impress someone. It might not have been you, but it does feel like after a while they realized, wow, this stuff actually works. Like, forget trying to impress someone. I'm just going to get into it because I like this. So who's currently obsessing over pile number 3, source? Thank you. Yeah, they definitely have a decision to make, whether or not they're going to come forward to be with you or to connect with you in that way. But they are currently obsessing over you, watching your social media, watching you online, watching you grow, watching you transform. Who's currently obsessing over pile number 3? Okay, thank you. Who's currently obsessing with pile number 3, source? Who's currently obsessing? Thank you. Bottom of the deck, we have, yeah, the knights. So we had 3 knights coming out, so they feel like they have a lot of competition. But with the Knight of Cups coming in, it's like they want to come through and they want to be the romantic person in your life. They want to offer you love. You know, the one thing I do mention with the Knight of Cups is that he is a little bit shallow. His cup is smaller than everybody else's. Even the Page has a bigger cup than he has. And that's something that I do mention here. And sometimes he can be superficial, but he is also the the romantic of the deck. Like, he's the one that's like, oh la la, like, let's get together, let's do fun things, like, let me bring you flowers and chocolates and send you flowers to your work so people get jealous of you. Let me put notes in your lunchbox, like, you know, I'm going to get up and cook you breakfast every morning. I'm going to cook you dinner. I'm going to make sure you have a packed lunch every day and you're never going to have to worry about anything. But this person does want to come through and offer something. Right now, they're just dealing with people who are very nosy in their energy. It's like they're dealing with people who want to know about this person so they can spread gossip about them. But they're obsessing with you. So I do feel like sometimes maybe this person feels like they have to obsess about you in, like, they can only do it at certain times. Like, you're always on their mind, but they can only obsess about you at certain times. This person could be a Scorpio, a Taurus, or an Aquarius. Those are energies that are very strong so far in the reading. So let's see what we got here. Yeah, we have the Four of Wands in the reverse. Look, the Knight of Swords came out in the reverse, came back out. Okay, and then we have the Two of Wands, or I'm sorry, the Two of Swords in the reverse. Yeah, this is someone who had their heart broken, okay, with the Four of Wands here. This is someone who had a broken heart, like, they went through a lot. Like I said, it's like a broken heart is what forced them to become a better version of themselves. They realized they were super conceited about themselves, like, very prideful and arrogant, and very much in this place of trying to impress others by being the biggest, baddest wolf there is. And instead, what ended up happening is they lost a lot of people in their lives, including someone they felt they loved, i.e. that could be you. Right? Doesn't have to be, but it could be you. And they're like, oh wow, like, I don't want that. And so they realized they had outgrown this way of being. They had outgrown it. Like, it used to work for them, and then it didn't work with you or with someone, and that really pushed them over the edge. I feel like for most of you, pile 3, that it was you, because that's another reason why they're obsessing about you. Like, their charms just never worked on you. It just didn't work like that. It wasn't, you're like, I'm not playing this game. I ain't playing like that. And so they're on the path to a positive outcome. It's going to be up to you whether or not you say yes. Okay? Like, it will always be up to you. You do not have to feel obligated to say yes to this person by any means. Oh, excuse me. But just remember that this person is really trying to come forward with how they feel. They want to be a part of your life. They really do enjoy your energy. Let's get some clarifiers out here for you, pile 3. Okay. Yeah, they dealt with it, though. They could have had a lot of failed relationships, and they didn't want that with you. Okay, we've got quite a bit of cards coming out here. I'm going to look at these, but then I'm going to put them back in the deck. Yeah, so we have the Ace of Wands, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Five of Coins. Yeah, so they ended up feeling exposed. After all these relationships that went awry, they felt exposed, and they wanted to change things around. They realized that there's, like, sometimes some people really get to this place where they realize that they're the only common denominator in all their situations in their life. And that's what forced them to go into this place of, like, really learning, what do I want? What do I need out of life? And so they took action towards that. Excuse me. They felt like people were judging them too harshly at one point in time. And then they realized that maybe those judgments had some validation. And that was really hard for them to admit. And it's like, of course, we never want to judge others, but sometimes people are actually, like, showing us our own truth without us realizing it, and that's what it felt like here. Yeah, so they went solo. I kept hearing solo dolo. I don't know who says that, but that's solo dolo. Okay. And they wanted to focus on what they want from a partner and who they want to be in a partnership too. And that's something they were like, well, if I want the perfect partner, how can I show up as the perfect partner? And so they really fought that illusion within them that someone else needed to be everything to them. They needed to carry the weight. They needed to be the one that took care of everything. And now they're trying to do that by themselves. And through that, they've actually gained a lot of stability in their life. They've gained a lot of money in their lives. This is someone who probably has some very deep pockets. This is someone who would like to shower you with gifts, and they would love to take you on vacations. Like, they would love to be that for you. They're also in the process of working out how they can come together with you and, like, really, what is it, like, really surprise you with how they feel about you. And I feel like this person knows that they're not just going to be able to come in and give you any old offer. Like, they know that. And so they're really trying to plan out how to come forward. And it's just slow moving. It's really slow moving right here. Yeah, this person's very attractive. This person could have been a player at one point in time in their life, or, like, you could have gotten player vibes from them. But now, like, they're not. Like, now they're very focused on taking care of themselves in ways that they hadn't taken care of themselves before. It's like, I have the looks, but now I also have the money. And it's like, what is it? First you get the money, then you get the power, then you get the women. But didn't he say girls? And you get the girls. Okay, Al Pacino. Scarface, y'all ever seen that movie? Anyways, that's what I was feeling like. It's like, that's what it's kind of like, that's how they went about it. It's like they wanted to get the money, then they got the power, but then they realized that the girls that they were getting, or the men that they were getting in their life, were not, they just weren't the type of people that they wanted. They just weren't. It was like, you know, I'm this sensitive soul, but I don't show that to a lot of people. And so they just never had that deep connection with someone, and they realized that they want that with you. And they just don't know how they're going to come forward. I do feel like you cut off this connection at one point in time, and that just made them want you even more. Like, they've always been attracted to you, but I feel like when you cut the connection off, or like you just took care, you were like, look, I have to leave to take care of myself. Like, it doesn't feel like you were rude about it or anything, and maybe you were, but I don't get that for the most of you. Like, it doesn't feel like you were rude. It doesn't feel like you were abrasive when you did that. Like, you were just like, I really have to take care of myself, and right now this is very distracting to me, and so I'm going to go ahead and end this. And they were like, whoa, hold on, no one's ever done that to me. I'm usually the one that ends things. Like, and then that energy right there was like, left them just flabbergasted. They were just like, whoa. And that was the start of really obsessing over you. I feel like they obsessed over you before, but that really made them obsess over you. Yeah, and they feel like you exude abundance and purity and being bountiful and offering things. And they just feel like maybe you're on a pedestal that they'll never get to, right? Like, how could you ever look at them that way? You're so innocent, and they're so not. And it scares them, right? It scares them in this way of like, how am I ever going to offer something to pile 3 so that they'll see me this way? And so they definitely try to find ways that are more meaningful to you that you would accept, but it scares them because they do feel like, look, and again, you have the devil coming out here with this obsessive energy. Yeah, they just feel like you're untouchable. They feel like they're just such a monster. And I don't feel like you have ever seen them like a monster. I mean, maybe, but I don't feel like you've ever seen them as such a monster. I just feel like they just have always seen themselves in a really bad light. And when they see you, they see innocence and purity and beauty and kindness and gentleness and nurturing. And you're just a big old softy. Shoot, okay? And they just feel like they will never have that ability to connect with you, but they really want that opportunity. It's something that scares them, scares the living daylights out of them. So it's easier to obsess over you right now and see if they can figure out a plan in the process than to say anything. Yeah, they really do love you. Like, they're collecting. Maybe you put photos online. I feel like they collect your photos. I feel like maybe they have a folder that's labeled pile 3. Yeah. But you know what I mean? Like, I feel like they have a photo album, and they take that, and at night they just look at your photos. And sometimes it might be to, you know, to wank off, whatever you want to call it. But I feel like most of the time it's because they're just so enamored by how beautiful you are, how attractive you are, how sexy you are, how just, I'm hearing vivacious, how full of vitality you are. It's almost like every year you look younger. Every year you look more full of life. Every year you look more ready to take on whatever experiences are to come. And you gave them the courage to focus on self-love. You could have given them the courage to end a relationship. This could have been you came into their life and they fell deeply in love with you without realizing it, and you gave them the courage to end a relationship. Or maybe that was why they ended the relationship. Maybe this was someone who was married before and they were trying to get with you like that and you knew they were married. Or, you know, whatever the circumstances is, no judgment here, okay? Whatever people say, we all have our own choices to make, and that's not right or wrong for anybody. And so the thing is that maybe you were like, look, this isn't going to work because that's not what I want. And because of that, they're like, oh, wow. And so you gave them the courage to end something that was just unfulfilling. This is someone who does see you as not even a counterpart. Like, they see you as someone who deserves to be exalted in life. And that's so weird because, like, you know, you want somebody who sees you as a counterpart because you don't want them to be afraid of communicating with you. But I do feel like this person is never going to be afraid to tell you what's on their mind. Like, they're not ever going to be afraid to tell you what's going on or to listen to what you have to say. But it's like they feel like you deserve to be put in this place of being taken care of and showered and loved and spoiled. And they want to be that for you. But it's scary because it's like they also are afraid that you might reject them. But do you see how they're coming towards you here, right? It does feel like this is explaining them, but I do feel like these are all images of you. Not that you're a woman or a man here, not any of that. I'm just saying, like, it just feels like these are all very similar images here, and they're not all the same. Like, look at this little girl here. She's a lot different, but see, look, then you go back to the blonde hair here. The blonde hair, they look very similar. Yeah, and then the star underneath that. The Six of Cups underneath that. It's like they love you. They see you as someone who's just unobtainable. You're on a different level, but they want to figure out how to get to that level. They want to figure out, how do I get to that? And so right now, they just obsess over your pictures. They obsess over your social media. Like, they see you, but I do feel like they blew up. Like, I feel like something happened for them where all of a sudden they were given an opportunity to make a lot of money, to have a lot of financial stability. This is something that's going to continue for them. They made an opportunity for themselves. And it's like, it's just interesting because it's like when they got this opportunity, it feels like the only person that they wanted to tell was you, but there's this like lack of communication here, which is why they're obsessing over you. It's like, oh, I wanted to tell pile 3, I wanted to tell them everything that was going on, and yet I can't tell them that. See, and they feel like you're going to eat them alive, right? They feel like you're going to eat them alive, but they know that you've made such an impact on their life. They like can't get over you. Like you'll never be away from their thoughts. Even if they go on to get with someone else, like you'll still always be there. And you might think, oh, well, that's gross. Like, you know what? Sometimes there's just people like that in our lives. People we'll never forget. People who will always leave that lasting impression on us. Let's get some oracle out for you, pile 3. All right, I'll leave that there. Yeah, it is important to stay grounded. Like, if this person does come through, it is important for you to stay grounded so that you know exactly where you're at. Because I feel like this person can as much as they get lost in you, like, I do feel like you could also get very lost in them. It's not intentional. It's just that's how much I feel like you both care about one another. This feels like a very loving kind of connection. Yeah, there's a lot of healing going on here. You helped them release burdens that they weren't willing to release. Like, you came into their life and you saw that, like, you basically painted the picture for them. If you keep down this road, this is what's going to happen. And somehow they were like, okay, I don't want to deal with that anymore, but what do I do? And so they did things that they never thought they were ever going to do. They did that. They let it go. And their ancestors helped them with that, helped them clear the bloodlines. And it's because of how nurturing you were, how loving. It's like even you saying no to them was still in such a nurturing way. They were just like, whoa, in a loving way, right? Like you were just like, I care about you. I love you a lot, but I gotta go. I gotta go. The future. Yeah, they definitely want a future with you. Number 35, which is 8, right? They're clearing out their karma so that they can manifest abundance. It says a plan for the future with respect for the unexpected. So they're definitely planning this idea that I've been getting, this whole thing, this whole feeling I've been getting about them planning. It's like, here you have it. Yeah, and they don't know, like, if you'll ever be able to mix or intermingle or anything like that, because there's just such a difference between the two of you. Like, they see you as this bright light. They see you as this person who stands out, who everybody wants to get to know, who's just so wonderful, and they feel like they dull your existence, but they also can't help it. Like, they cannot help but be attracted to you. Again, this idea you're untouchable with the stars everywhere. You're a sign of hope, a symbol of freedom, a symbol of grace in their life, and they love that. They love that about you. This person's also very independent, and they're afraid to be tied down, but if they were going to do it with anybody, they would do it with you. Number 4 on the bottom, you are limitless. You can do anything you choose. This is what they're realizing. We also have the 2 swans here, and swans mate for life. And that's the type of energy that they want, this idea of being aligned with their journey, finding the purity. It's like you're so pure of heart and pure of soul, and you're so abundant and graceful and beautiful. And it's almost like you're a fairy tale come to life. And they're like, you're their dream come true. Like, that's it. You're their dream come true. Everything that they wish for in life, it manifested in you. And they never thought they were ever going to meet somebody like you. And now that they have, it's like they met you at the worst possible time in their life is how they feel, right? But it really wasn't. It was because this person had really gotten to the point where they're like, oh, I'm never going to meet the person who checks all my boxes. Like, I'm never going to get there. And now they are, because you helped them grow spiritually. You helped them overcome things that they weren't willing to overcome. We have abundance here, you know, financial abundance. Like, they started pouring into them being financially free and independent and getting out of the situation that they were in. Like, I feel like this person may have had to have a divorce or something along those lines. It's interesting. We don't have any divorce cards, but I'm feeling it. Like, I feel it in my gut that there's something like that happened with this connection. On the bottom, we have air, open-mindedness, objectivity, and learning. This is a mountain for them to climb. This is something huge that they had to go through. Okay, they could be an air sign. I say Aquarius. They could have been a Scorpio. They didn't have to be, but then they could be an air sign as well. And they just never knew that someone like you could ever exist. They just felt like so alone for so long. And we have number 66, trust in the magic, with white raven spirit coming through. Do you believe in magic in a young girl's heart? Miracles are endless, with number 15, which is in numerology also 6. So we have 666 coming through here. They figured out a solution to their problem, and they're trying to find balance back again in their life. And now they're moving towards you. And so it's like they feel like you're a miracle. They feel like you're something magical, something they don't want to let go of. But there was no choice but to let go for a time. And it's like now they're just obsessing over you even more. And they can't handle it. They got to do something about it soon. There's a lot of energy that's about to go pop. Kapow! Francesca. What do you desire right now? Visualize it and it will come about. Negativity will block your progress. And so this is what they're trying to do. They're trying to visualize you in their life. They're trying to manifest it. Whether they realize they are or they're not, they're trying to. They're doing their best to do so. Yeah. Creation. Again, this idea of manifesting you into their life. Like, they want you to be a part of their life. They're really trying to make things work. And part of that was them finding stability on them. Their own self needed stability. They needed to get out of the situation that they were in. They had to come into a place of feeling good about themselves and realizing that maybe the things that you were doing all along were working. And so they tried it and they're like, wow, you know, pile 3's really got it going for them. They know what's up. And so this is great. 5, simple acts of kindness. Kindness energizes you and brings happiness to those around you. I do feel like this person's very gentle, very kind. I feel like you know who this is. I do. I feel like you know exactly who I'm talking about, and that you know that they're just a kind soul. And you may know that they've been through some rough things, or you may know that they've been surrounded by rough situations, and so they're doing their best to stay in this bright light, this positive light, and in this place of giving to others, because it's so easy to fall away from that when it feels like you're being jaded. So we have Capricorn, ambition, realism, and methodical steps. It does not surprise me that Capricorn came out in this reading. Capricorns work so hard, and that's exactly what this person is doing. Like, they really poured into working hard to find money and stability in their life, right? And they're taking small steps, and that's exactly what they're doing in regards to planning coming towards you. Now this card does release. Number 9, exactly what I was feeling. Like, you had to let them go. You had to say enough is enough. I gotta go. I gotta leave. And that's what made this person do like a 180. They're like, oh, I can't not have pile 3 in my life. Like, they really thought that you were going to just be around for them all the time because of the connection. And all of a sudden it was like, you're like, I just can't deal with this. I can't do this. And their fear of losing you outweighs anything that they feared getting rid of in their life. So we have Merlina. You're confused and indecisive because you do not have enough information. Do research or seek expert advice before making a decision. That's why they're confused. Exactly that idea. They're trying to make a plan, but they don't know if they can come towards you. Like, they're scared. They're confused. They're like, oh my goodness, like, what if I get rejected and then I never talk to pile 3 again? Like, what's going to happen? And so they're really trying to figure out how they can come towards you, because it feels like you're the one that said goodbye. That's what it feels like. Yeah, there's a strong attraction here with Mars and hot. Let's get some yin-yang cards here, Source. What else can you say about this? Who's obsessing over pile number 3, Source? Okay, I guess you want those out. Who's obsessing? Oh, wow, you guys are getting a lot here. Whoa, okay, we're getting even more. All right, shoot, these cards going crazy. Everyone else only got 3. If you don't tell, I won't tell, okay? Yeah, you had to leave so that you could come into a harmonious state. But it's interesting because you doing that actually forced them to find harmony too. Look at what fell out here. This is the first card to flip over except for this one. Let's look at this one. They're very attracted to you. They are so attracted to you. They are, woo, baby, woo. They got the hots for you. Ow, ow. Okay, they're also very aggressive when it comes to you, like, in the sense of, like, they're very protective of you. They don't want anybody else to go for you. Like, they're very, very, very possessive of you. But not in this way of, like, oh my gosh, I have to, like, consume pile 3. It's like, no. Like, I have to do what I need to do so that I can come to them. That's why they've been working so hard, because they feel like they want to be the best offer. That's why they're not afraid of competition. And then we have integration with union. So definitely there's a union here. Like, it does feel like there's a lot of passion here. We also had apology flip over, forgiveness. Okay, I feel like they're going to come forward and they're going to say sorry to you. Sorry they put you in a weird position. Sorry that they did what they did, or they didn't show up the way that they needed to. Whatever it was, this person is going to ask for forgiveness from you. And then they're going to make an offer with Venus offer here, because they want you. They want you in their life. You guys got a lot. So it could be next summer when this is going to happen, but there is growth in this connection. Things are moving forward. Maybe slow, but they are moving forward. This is something that's being guided by your heart. This is, you are both heart-centric to each other, and so you're no matter how far apart you get, you're always connected through the heart chakra, okay? Also with the ancestors coming out, there's something about being guided by your ancestors. Almost like your ancestors want the two of you guys together. Like, no ifs, ands, or buts about it, Source. Like, these two have to get together. It feels like there's like a healing of the bloodlines here between the two of you. And so that's why your ancestors are really trying to get you guys to come together. So it's like to have kids together. And even if you have to adopt, that's it. It doesn't matter. Whatever it is, it's like that you raise a family and you heal all those curses because of what you have done through this. You set something in motion when you said goodbye. And that's what they wanted you to do. And I feel like it was very hard for you to do. And it was difficult for them too. But I feel like for you to say goodbye meant saying, like, I have to leave something that I never thought I could leave. And I love them so much, and I can't. And they're saying here, like, we needed you to do that because union would have never been possible. They would have never seen what they were doing if you hadn't have done this. They've always been attracted to you, but now it's like another level. Like, they want to take care of you. This is someone who's going to take care of you. Not like, oh my gosh, in the sugar daddy, sugar mama kind of way. I mean, they might do that, but this is someone who's going to take care of you, mind, body, and soul. They want to connect with you on all levels here. Yeah, so even autumn, so coming up, we're in fall right now, so the fall seasons could mean something. Also, Scorpio is the fixed sign of fall, so Scorpio season might bring a lot of change for you. I think we are about to enter Scorpio season in 2 days from recording this. It is the October 21st, so October 23rd is when Scorpio season starts. Yeah, they had to deal with their own external situations here. This is someone who liked to party, or someone who's very attractive. They like to do a lot of things. They didn't want to feel tied down. That was scary for them, so they had to face that. And because of that, there's a lot of disharmony here, right? That's what caused you to let go, so that you could come into a place of harmony. Like, again, this idea, you're the one that had to leave. It took courage to leave because you were clinging in this comfort zone of the South Node, and it felt very unexpected to you because there's a lot of avoidance in this connection, a lot of stalemate. But you had to connect with your emotional well-being and understand yourself better. We have this idea of Scorpio coming in again, and you had to heal your inner child. But that didn't change the fact that there was a lot of passion between you two, a lot of chemistry here. You had to let go, though. It was something you never thought you were going to do. That's exactly how it feels. And that caused you to come into this place of purging a lot of ancestral karma, releasing, and you're coming into a place of now truly surrendering and being purified of soul. This is something you were destined to do. That's what it feels like. This is a destined connection, okay? It will be entirely up to you whether or not the two of you get together. It will be. But a union is in the cards here, okay? Yeah, cycles, change, completion. This was something that was, ooh, you see this? She looks all beat up. Like she went through it, like abusive, right? There was a lot of abuse that was followed from your ancestral line. And you know, yes, it could be physical abuse, but I feel like this was more spiritual and emotional abuse than anything. Yes, physical abuse could be there, okay? But what I'm saying is that you ended it. You ended that cycle. You said, no more. I'm not doing this anymore. Like it was on your heart to say, I have to let go. And in letting go, you came back into this stable place within yourself, which was very beautiful. Boom! With number 2, inner trust. What a powerful card to have here. This talks about listening to your intuition. You had to. Ooh! All right, pile 3. Let's read this card for you. So it says, though it may be cloaked and hidden, within you lies natural magnificence, vibrancy, and true uniqueness. The harder this is for you to believe, the more growth this oracle is offering you now. Your opportunity for growth lies in letting go of the need to hide yourself from the world and to let go of any doubt about the wonder of what lies within you. This oracle brings you the message that it is time for you to trust yourself and let the real inner you out from behind the veil. You're being assured that you can trust your intuition and your own sense of things. Sometimes what you sense will be love, and you will open your heart and move easily towards the source of that love. Be it in the form of another person, a new career, a project which you care deeply about and want to pursue, or a spiritual and creative practice that you are keen to explore. Sometimes what you sense will be more challenging than this and will ask something different of you. It might be that you sense fear or sabotage lurking from within someone's intentions or in the situations around you. This oracle asks you to trust yourself and to find the most authentic and self-loving way to deal with that. So again, you had to let go and you had to trust your intuition here. You had to trust what was happening, right? And it was scary. Perhaps you've drawn this card because you are unnecessarily holding yourself back out of fear and lack the belief of your ability to support and care for yourself in the importance of your need for self-expression in your relationships. This oracle comes to you with this guidance. Know what you are doing. You have enough wisdom and intuition to be able to place yourself more fully in the world and take steps to unhide yourself. My right ear just popped. Even if you feel you have no clue about what is happening at a broader level in your life, even if you can't quite see the whole picture of what is taking place within or around you, you still have all the wisdom and intuitive ability you need to take one step at a time and navigate your way through absolutely anything that life brings to you. So this is the thing, it's like they're telling you that you have an innate power and you've been questioning, did you do the right thing? That's what it feels like here. And they're saying you did. And the reason you did the right thing is because look at how this reading turned out, right? We went from this person all of a sudden went and they're going to new levels to find a way to provide. This feels like the divine masculine and the divine feminine dynamic. You could be the divine feminine or identify with the divine feminine, and they're in this divine masculine energy. You could very well be the divine masculine who is needed to embrace the divine feminine, and this could be the divine feminine who is needed to embrace the divine masculine. Whatever your position is, it's showing that you did the right thing, and you need to learn to trust yourself fully. Believe in yourself always, because you know what is in your heart and what is right. When you release them, no matter how deeply you felt for them, your release of them brought you into a new state of being, which has made you more empowered than you could have ever imagined if you had stayed with them in your life the way that things were. Okay? You've done a lot, Pile 3. It's time for you to be rewarded for that, and I feel like that's exactly what's going on. This is all being brought to you in divine timing. Okay? So this is what I see for you. If you feel like this is your reading, leave a little rose emoji down below and say, I changed the cycles of my ancestors, so that you let Source know that this is your reading and you call in that higher vibrational energy. Leave me a thumbs up. I'm going to go ahead and leave it there, though, and get on out of here. I do want to take a quick second, though, to thank your guides, your spirit messengers, your angel source, and my spirit guides, for coming together to give us this incredible message, Pile 3. And until next time, stay human. Bye.